Welcome to my reaction to episode 3 of Dollhouse season 1. Really interested in the show so far. I think it's a really clever idea. I think a lot of the characters have a lot of potential to really shine. The kind of level of exploration and the range of different stories and situations that you can kind of find yourselves in with a concept like this, I think is really, really interesting and quite genius. And this whole mystery with like Alpha and everything, I'm actually surprisingly invested in after just 2 episodes. So I'm really excited to learn a bit more about that, learn a bit more about some of the characters and stuff. Because I'm really liking what I've got so far. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this next one. This girl is on fire! Okay, well, Shaggy's got some problems.
You know, you can't call me Boyd.
Is there a reason I'd want to?
Look, if you don't certify me and Echo gets sent out again...
You're a friend of Paul too? Good friend, yeah? You're waiting by the door?
No, I just happened to... We're not...
Are you making coffee in there?
Oh, sweetheart.
Enough for 2?
Was that the only time?
We had a lighting rig come loose in Philly. Got tangled up in the flies.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm worried about it. She seems erratic, disconnected lately. Even moodier, if that's physically possible. Here.
That's probably the, you know, constant near-death experiences.
Some people don't believe in everlasting love. Meanwhile, Raina needs to be protected.
Freedom from our struggles and our misery.
Oh my god, I'm watching American Idol.
That's promised me. Freedom from our struggles and our misery.
Take a minute.
Do you know Smash Mouth? All-Star?
Get her working.
Who do you want? Someone who's paid to protect you or somebody who wants to protect you? This is the beauty of what we do.
And what about Boyd?
It would
He's
take a
not
lot
up
of like
to a
thought
serious
to go into this
threat.
kind of thing, wouldn't it? This is real.
Boyd? What are you guys, buddies now? Oh, God. Of course you are. You both disapprove of everything.
Oh
You're
god.
gonna get married and have
Don't
scowly
start me
babies.
on shipping people again.
They're all gonna see your stuff now or later, so might as well get used to it.
Well, showbiz, right?
Always this crazy. Somebody is eating a mint. Okay, I can't breathe.
And I think we're done here, Raina, darling. Let's get you into
I'm kind of rooting for her to be set on fire, to be honest.
We come up with anything new, the first thing we do is destroy, manipulate, control.
Oh,
It's
well,
human
that's
nature.
deep.
People are mostly crap.
I don't
Weird.
think there's a dollhouse. I hear different, I'll get word.
You'd find plenty of dollhouses like a children's toy shop.
So I could sign up.
She is a good singer. I think she's good. She wouldn't freeze up.
She'll be fine, Mama Rose. What's the deal with Raina?
I love how
You got the
protective that guy is of
inside
Echo.
She cool? I think you know someone. Hello, Victor. How are you feeling?
Did I fall asleep?
Fuck! I was not expecting that. That guy. Weirdo. Javier Bardem is looking shady.
I'm a lightweight and I want to be able to remember every single detail of my time with you.
That's a mood. Oh! It's interesting that they have one of them like out and about all the time.
You want to mess with the Borodins? Actually, I didn't.
Oh shit. Oh, good move. Oh, human shield.
You know, orchids are the symbol of pure affection.
Wow, you sure have a lot of them.
They help me relax.
Nice. I could use some of that.
I thought they symbolised death, so it shows what I know about flowers.
Unbelievably alive. She's got nothing on him.
Yo, he's not a fan. He's insane.
Ooh.
What do you know? You're a background singer. A wannabe. A nothing.
3 minutes.
Well, you'd have a lesser show without background singers, love, so
The biggest show ever.
I hope it's your last. Jesus. I'm rooting for them to actively lose. Huh, actively lose. This envelope is poisoned. Oh shit.
I just want to be free.
Oh. Is she sick of the life?
Give it up for my #1 fan! What up, Los Angeles?
That would be me.
Raina, get down!
Damn, son.
He's gonna arrest any minute. Here we go.
Oh.
What the hell's wrong with you?
With me?
You shut down my show. I saved your life. They grow you in a lab. You know anything about people? They'd love to see me die. 80 years old, they'd be talking about tonight. They was there when?
Damn.
Raina.
I mean, that's true, but oh.
You?
God put this voice in me and forgot to make it mine.
Whoa.
I don't feel it. I don't feel anything
That's a great line.
for a long while. Get your scrawny ass out of my space before...
You can fire me, but bitch, don't think you can take me.
Oh
Have fun with your fan.
dear. I don't like this. Oh no. Kidnapped by Bardem.
You did this.
Ooh.
I have to help her.
Let's hope so, eh?
Sierra's been kidnapped.
Oh.
It's scary that there are actually people in the world like this.
Your time
Like, this
to
isn't
shine.
even like a parody or anything. That's the scary thing.
I can't remember.
Do it!
This is the worst duet I've ever heard.
No.
I can't stop him. You
I find it interesting that they have like a client who's kind of in the moral grey area.
She want me to continue.
She don't exactly completely root for her. I think that's quite interesting.
And you will help this girl.
What makes you think?
Alright then.
Each other out.
Friends also don't smack each other over the head with chairs, but...
You better check your tech. That's enough. You're in my house,
Oh
Lawrence.
my.
Nobody wants Raina to make it to tomorrow.
I do.
I'm indifferent on the matter.
I would never hurt you.
God, now you're changing your story too?
Shut up! I could kill you.
Jesus Christ. At least that wasn't around her neck. That could have got really awkward. Oh, nice.
Is Raina okay?
It did seem to kind of shift into more about protecting the other active, which is interesting.
I want to live.
I know.
I will have quite the story to
Rope
tell when I
snaps
get
anyway.
back to Bristol.
What do you mean? This
Like
is what
an
every day's
egg.
like in America.
She went off mission.
In fact, I believe she did quite the opposite. She stopped the person who wanted Raina dead. It just happened to be Raina herself. And by quite literally dangling the threat of death in front of her...
She seems to have the ability to think outside of the pieces that we give her and create.
Think outside the dollhouse.
Create a new approach to the problem.
She's come to visit him in hospital. She's a cinnamon roll. Yeah, she seems to be becoming more like self-aware of like everything that's going on. I really liked that episode. I think it's one of the smartest written ones so far. A very multi-layered script, I think. Might be my favourite so far. I know I've only seen 3, but still. I thought it was a really strong episode. Some very kind of underplayed revelations, which I really liked. Where to begin? I think the whole idea of like this singer and the stalker, it's kind of a story that's kind of been done on TV before, probably before this and after this as well. But I like the little twist on it in the fact that the singer was almost like in on it herself as well, and she wanted herself dead, which was kind of a twist on that kind of tale that, you know, I haven't seen before. So I really liked that whole thing. And the idea of Echo being like this secret bodyguard. So they kind of find clever ways of bringing her into the fold. Not just saying like, well, here's a new bodyguard. The way they like cleverly integrate actors into situations, like having, is it Sierra? Something like that? Being like the #1 fan. I thought it was clever ways of, you know, they could have easily have just said, you know, these are 2 new bodyguards for you. But it shows how well thought out like the Dollhouse is as a system, and the people who run it clearly have thought of so many different things and layers to it, and they're clearly very well experienced in what they've been doing. So I love that, and how that whole story played out I thought was very interesting. And the commentary it kind of had on like stardom and fame getting to people's heads, and, you know, fandoms and obsessive fans, and, you know, things going way too far with fans and the people they idolise. Very interesting commentary on that, which I think works really, really well. And yeah, I didn't really like the singer character at first, but then you kind of delve a bit deeper into her, and I still don't completely agree with her actions in the episode, but you can understand how her lifestyle would kind of get to her head. And that line, God put this voice in me but forgot to make it mine, I loved that line. I thought that was really powerful stuff. And this was written by Jed Whedon and Marissa, wasn't it? The husband and wife team, who write a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so it doesn't surprise me that they wrote a really good episode here. So yeah, I loved that whole plot going on. I think this was the most invested I'd been in like this main plot line in an episode so far, so that, I think it was a really cool idea, and I really liked how layered it was and what they explored. And the idea of like having this client that you may not necessarily agree with as an audience member, because normally you'd be like in the pilot I think it was, you know, you want them to save this little girl because she's innocent, who's been kidnapped. Whereas I feel like some people may have wanted this singer to die or whatever in this episode. So the idea of there being a client that you may not necessarily root for, but if they've been hired by the doll, you know, they've got a active protecting them anyway and helping them out, so you kind of need them to succeed. I think that's a very interesting thing to play with. And also the whole idea of like shifting hierarchies throughout the episode. I think this was like a running theme, or like exploring relationships we haven't really seen before. Like Boyd and that doctor lady, I don't know her name, I keep forgetting it. They seem to be getting quite close, which is interesting. I'm here for that. And also there's a scene with Topher and Lawrence, I think his name's Topher. He kind of acted out, he said, you know, you're in my section of the Dollhouse now, you didn't get to like criticise what I do, standing up for himself a bit, which was kind of a cool moment for his character. And then Lawrence also kind of had arguments with the like head honcho woman as well, They seem to be disagreeing on things. There feels like a lot of strain on like the hierarchy in the main system of the Dollhouse in this episode, which I feel like is going to be continued on as like a story arc. And you know, mainly we saw that with Echo, because she seems to be becoming a lot more aware of the system and a lot more of the faults in it, and kind of breaking away from the norm. And how the episode originally kind of seemed to be, you know, the singer was her friend that she was protecting, and then all of a sudden that kind of shifted, and the friend she was saving was Sierra, or the other active. And even that scene at the end where Sierra kind of smiled at her and she was like, no, because she knew it would draw attention to her, so she seems to be gaining more and more information. So I'm very excited to see what they get with Echo in the future. Really exciting. I really liked how they kind of dealt with her character in this episode. I think that's it. But yeah, I really liked this episode. Probably my favourite so far. I liked what they did with the plot, how layered it was, the different kind of real life topics it applies to, especially kind of nowadays as well, with fandoms becoming more and more toxic and obsessive. So this is kind of almost ahead of its time in that sense. And you know, shootings and attacks at concerts is all too real nowadays as well. And they had some really great character moments and character development littered throughout this story, which I feel like is an added bonus of having this episode of Dollhouse be a bit longer, like an extra 5 minutes longer than like the norm. And I think I read it was because of like they wanted to stop people switching channels during adverts, so they put more TV into the hour slot instead of less adverts, I think. But I feel like for character development terms especially, that really helps and really adds a lot to the episode. So yeah, I think it was very well written. Love everything it was kind of doing with all the different characters and the plots and everything. Hints that things may not be, you know, particularly straightforward as we go on with the series, which is very exciting. Seeing if Echo's going to become more of a threat to the Dollhouse than an asset, which could be an interesting thing. Shifting hierarchies, we also had Paul. He's kind of a lot more vulnerable than we've ever seen him kind of physically, because he got shot. And how they explored his relationship with, I think his name's Victor, they called him Victor anyway, and his neighbour, like being a cinnamon roll and coming to see him at the end. Interesting seeing what they're going to do with him going forward. But Victor is an active. I don't think I've missed something before. I think that was a revelation for this episode, especially because the line before that was like, you think you know someone, and then very interested in seeing when they go with that. That completely like blew my mind. I was not expecting that at all. That was a really cool twist. Can't wait to see what they do with that. And if Paul ever finds out about that and finds a Dollhouse and stuff, should be exciting. But loved this episode, thought it was fantastic, so well written, so well performed. Love everything they did with the characters and the plots and like the underlying themes and stuff. I think it was a really, really clever episode. And yeah, I can't wait to see where they're going to go next with the show. This was a great episode, really enjoyed it. And until next time, thanks for watching.